And welcome back once again, everyone. So this is where we left off on the previous video, where we made ourselves this lovely Batman and Nintendo hodgepodge of stuff. So we have all this. Now what we're going to do is we're going to create stuff out of this. So there's multiple things we can create. We can obviously create another table, but we were already working in tables. I think we understand how tables work. But we are going to create a query, a form, and a report. So first things first, let's just go to query design. So whatever it is you have, actually before, let me backtrack here. What you have selected is what you're going to create based off of. So if I make a query design based off of this, and I see that that's my example table, and I hit add and close, you'll notice I have all the access to all the information that I need. But if I were to instead, say close this guy out, no, I don't want to make any changes, and instead say maybe make based off of this guy, see how there's much less data, and I had to go to query wizard and I pick, D. Monticchio with my name spelled incorrectly, add, close, you'll notice, I have all the information still, but if I run it, oh, sure, I'll just run the first names here. I'm only going to be able to run how much stuff I have. This one only has 5 records, so therefore it only has 5, whereas this one would have 10 records. So, close it out. No, I don't want to save the design of that. And no, I don't want to save the design of that. Everything in this, the wizard, the form, whatever you start with is what you're going to have. You can't just add something to it after the fact. So I recommend you start with everything and then just reduce from there. It's easier to cut away than it is to cut up. So I'm going to query design here, and I'll pick my example table, add it, close it out, and now here's the way a query works. There's 2 different ways. I could either simply click and drag stuff down, or I can simply click and grab something from this drop-down menu. And when I hit run, whatever I clicked on pops up in that order. So even though all the information is still there, what people will see is only this, because that's what I told them to see. Now obviously if I hit the view button again, I go back to this area where I can, change stuff around. So if I want to not show this, and I hit run, oh look, I'm not showing it anymore. Go back to view, click show, and it's running again. There we go. So go back to view, and now what exactly did I want? I wanted a student ID, last name, first name, account balance, and email. So student ID, last name, then first name. Okay, so I'll just do last name. Then I'll go down and click first name. And then account balance and email. Oh, so account balance and email. So now if I hit run, oh look, that's all it showed me. That's it. That's all it was, simple and easy. So you see, it contains only that. So now if I, right click and save it, and I'll name this something other than query 1, so, whoops. There we go. Query, save, there it goes. And if you notice, oh look, we had a section for tables. Now I have a section for queries as well. Your folder here, your database, will also categorize things for you. Not only will it go alphabetically, but it will also go by section. So you'll have a section for tables, for queries, for forms, for so on and so forth. Also, whatever one you have first is the one that's going to be everything alphabetized by. So now if I hit run, Oh, actually no, because the student ID is the primary key, so it's still going alphabetically based on that. So if you have a primary key, make sure you do that. Now, of course, if I want to do this instead and say sort, and I say sort ascending, now in theory it'll sort by this one. And now you'll notice B comes before G, comes before H, comes before K. But if I were to switch it around and instead say descending, switch it around, Wayne comes before Todd, comes before P, so on and so forth. And of course, if I, not sort it, and I switch things back around. Yep, come on, click and drag. Sorry, got interrupted by a call there, so hopefully nothing bad happened. So anyway, back to where I was. Switch this, run it around, and now you'll notice we're back to being in alphabetical order based on this. Just to always be sure, though, you want to have your first one be in ascending order so that we guarantee it. Now, in this sort of situation, say we had two people with the same last name, then of course, so we had Bob Smith and Roy Smith or whatever. So what would happen then? Well, if we have two Smiths, so if I were to, it'll keep descending, it'll keep going in whatever order. So if there was any duplicate here, there's not going to be because it's student ID, but let's just say there was a duplicate. I could then go and say that. So if there is a duplicate, well, make sure whatever their last name is comes first. And you know what? If they have the same last name, well, then you know what? We're just going to ascend it by their first name. And you know what? If by the chance they have that, you can keep going as far as you want. So if there's a tie here, well, then we'll decide it here. If there's a tie there, we'll decide it here. If there's a tie here, we'll decide it here. So on and so forth. It just keeps going further and further down the rabbit hole. So I'm just going to turn this off and make sure that previous video worked, because it got interrupted by a phone call. Sorry about the iPhone video recordings here, guys, but I cannot physically, I do not have the permission to add a video recording software to record the screen on this with video and audio. It does have a secret little problem screen recapturing software, Windows 7 does, but it does not do the functionality that I need for these videos. So my apologies about that, and there is no Mac version of Access, so I can't have it on my computer either, unless if I want to chug while using two operating systems at the same time and screen recording software. My computer will not be able to handle that. So unfortunately, this is what we have to deal with. Previous video actually worked. Yes, the previous video works perfectly fine. So cool. So now we got ourselves a query. And once again, I would just like to remind people, what you start with is what you get. So if I have this guy highlighted, see how it has everything there, and I go to click a form, and you'll see it gives me information, all 10 different fields that I made, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all 12 different fields I made. But, close it out, don't save it, no. If I'm on my query, which, may I remind you, only has 5 fields, if I go to create form, okay, yes, I'll save it, you'll notice I only have 5 potential fields. What you start with is what you get. So, don't save that. Let's make sure we are starting with everything so that we can make something. It's much easier to just delete stuff than it is to add to it. So let's go to create, making sure we're on our big table with everything in it. Let's go to form. And now we have all this stuff. Now obviously, what is a form? Well, you'll notice it says page 1 of 10. You ever get those report cards in grade school where it was only your information and nothing else? Yeah, that's what it is. You'll notice each one is one record. Every single field is there, but it's only one individual record for each individual person. So, what it's done is, this one record is all one page. This one record is all one page. This one record is all one page. This one is all one page, so on and so forth. So, that's what a form does. Now, there's benefits for this. You know, if you need one person to see their stuff and you're doing it individually for an entire class, this is what you would wind up doing most likely. Now, obviously, the form is the combined data sheet contains every field except present and account balance. Okay, so let's just get rid of present and account balance. Well, I guess I can just highlight it and, right click and say delete. Oh, but look, that's also not there. So let's just, delete. Delete. Oh, you know what? That's also still not there. So let's just, delete row. Oh, that also deleted more stuff that I didn't want. So, always remember Command Z is undo in case you ever need to do that. So let's, I need to actually hold the Shift button to be able to do what I want to do, but I'm holding a phone in it instead. So we wanted to delete that, and we also wanted to delete the account balance. Okay, so of course I moved that around by mistake, so we'll just delete. There we go. So now I've got that the two things are deleted. And just for the sake that since I'm still holding the phone, I'm going to say that's good enough for right now. And that's, let's just file, save it, save. I don't want it to be named example table because it's not even a table. So I'll just name it D Monticchio, and I'll just name it, I don't know, form. Why not? And you'll see it pops up. We have tables and queries. We also have a form. So in the next part of this, I will then make myself a, go under the Create tab, and I'll go and make myself a report. So let me just do that again, and rest my hand for a moment. And here we are back again. So once again, the same rules apply as always. What you start with is what you get. So if I start on this query with only 4 fields or 5 fields here, and I go to make a report, I will only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fields. That's it. That's all I will have. So close that out. No, I don't want to save changes to it. Let's start myself with the big thing with everything in here. And I'll go to Create Report. Now I have every field. It is much easier to subtract than it is to add. So, what is a report? You see these dotted lines? That is basically where a page would be. So, we're trying to fit this all on one page. This is going to show you how it's going to print out on a printer. Like that thing over there. So, for those of you that would like to, make this all on one piece of page, here's what we're going to do. Because do we really want 3 pages worth for this information? No, probably not. So what I'm going to do is we're just going to create the report of the combined data sheet. It's going to go in order of last name, first name, email, state, and zip code. Okay, so let me see here. So obviously I didn't need student ID, so let me just right click. I can simply select an entire column or delete the entire column. So boop, there it goes, it's gone. And of course I can also, right click, select the entire column. And I can simply shrink it down because I don't need that much space for first name and last name. And so select entire column, shrink it down, and oh wait, that's right. I wanted last name first. So let me just click and move it over. And now last name's over there instead. So last name, first name, email. So I don't need any of that. So delete column, boop. Don't think I needed present, delete column. Did I need account balance? No, I didn't need account balance. So, delete column. Did I need birthday? Did not need birthday. Delete column. Oh, look, there's my birthday. But you know what? I still have this extra room, so let me just go and right-click and select the entire column, and then try and move it over. Now, why am I selecting the entire column this entire time? Because it's a heck of a lot easier than trying to do it individually. Because you see what will happen if I try it individually? Oh, well that actually worked that time. See what will happen if I try to do it individually? Well, it actually worked that time too. Well, you know what? Just to be on the safe side, I'm selecting the entire column. Because normally what happens when I show that off is one of them will shrink and the rest will stay. Of course, I love it when the computers make a liar out of me. So last name, first name, email, state, and zip code. So I don't need you, so I'll just, delete the entire column. So, and of course, I will delete the entire column. And now we have all this information on one page instead of, wait, actually, we do have, are you gonna move over? Nope, okay, cool. Well, so we've got all our information there on one page, and I'm just going to ignore that blue bar, because why not? So now our information, much easier to read on one page. I think we're pretty much good here. So I'll save that, save it. But there is one thing, I need it to be alphabetized. So let me just go in here and say, sort A to Z. And now you'll notice it's sorting from alphabetically. And of course, the same rules apply as always. If by any chance there were two people with the last name Gordon, it would then go, we'd have to sort it this way as well, and then sort it this way as well, and sort it over and over. It nests. So we have ourselves nesting sorting. So just be on the safe side, save it. So now that I've got this, I've got myself my table, got myself my query, I have myself a form, and I have myself my example table, which I did not rename because let me go and close it out, and let me just go right click and rename it because it's not a table, it's a report. So now I have all four of them that I need, and I have, my table here, my query here, my form here, my report there. They're all in their nice little sections. Once I get all that, save everything, close it out, and then submit it through Moodle. So yeah. So in this 1 week, we have learned to create stuff. We have learned to go behind the scenes and edit stuff about it. And of course, it's not going to let me do that right now because it's currently being used by the query, the form, and the report. So I need to, close those out to be able to do that. We've also imported stuff, Excel and Access files, into Access. And then we've also made ourselves a query, form, and report. So we've created information from nothing, we've imported information, and we've used existing information to modify stuff. So that's a lot we've gone over in 1 week. So starting next week, with everything that we've learned thus far, you're going to put this all together, and you're going to make something on your own. So I'll see you then. You have a great day. Bye-bye.